Hey guys, Irish Medic 20 here on YouTube. Just wanted to, excuse me, no scratching there. Just wanted to talk to you guys about pit bulls. A couple of things that I've learned, picked up ever since I've been taken care of and have been exposed to these dogs, and sort of hoping to just spread some knowledge and dispel some rumors here. I'm currently the owner and caretaker and friend to a beautiful, I believe she's estimated at 2 years old. She's currently nom-nom-nomming on some food there. Pitbull named Lady. Lady's incredibly lazy. She doesn't like to fetch, and she's like any woman I've ever dated. She just wants me for my food and possibly my money. But allow me to dispel that rumor with saying that unlike any woman I've ever dated, that she is she's an amazing companion. She's someone who is there by my side. If I'm having a shitty day, she runs up to me, licks me, cuddles me. And there was a time when I was having, some really hard time dealing with some facts back here and waiting to go back home to Australia, which I'm Australian by birth, simply by choice. But she laid in bed with me and she actually cried with me. So it was amazing to see her display that level of affection and care for essentially someone she's known for a month. Now, getting into the factual parts of this, I did originally do a first video and then did another video called Pitbull Education, where I talked about some facts and where Pitbulls originally deviated from. However, that video was deleted due to me using the YouTube capture, but I'm using it now because I guess I'm a glutton for punishment. So I'm going to just reiterate a couple things I mentioned in that video to sort of hopefully dispel any and all Pitbull rumors that you may have, and hopefully get you a little more interested and educated on the Pitbull animal, because they are by far, in my opinion, the best dog you can have. Out in Australia, I have I have an English Staffy, I have a Greyhound, I have a Bull Arab, and I have a Husky Dingo. Bloody hell, what is she? Husky Dingo, Malamute, and Shepherd Cross. And they're all amazing dogs, but my utter favorite has to be the Pitbull, simply because of its temperament. Speaking of temperament, contrary to what a lot of people do believe, and I guess what has been proven by assholes like Michael Vick and other dog fighters, their temperament is not naturally to fight. Nowadays they aren't bred for fighting. There was a point back in the day, there was a gentleman by the name of John P. Colby who imported, this is back in I think the 1850s if I'm not mistaken. Once again, I'll do a little more research on that. Regarding John P. Colby, he imported into America Irish breeds of Pitbull, who nowadays are known as the Amstaff, which is the American Staffordshire Terrier, who is a quote-unquote Pitbull-like dog. The United Kennel Club recognizes them as a Pitbull. The United Kennel Club recognizes the Pitbull. However, the American Kennel Club does not recognize the Pitbull as a breed, and therein, a lot of times, if you own a Pitbull-type dog in America, it is usually classified as a Staffordshire. If I'm getting this wrong, I'm definitely open to being corrected, as long as it is an educated correction, as opposed to just somebody telling me that, I'm a wimp or a chicken shit. Or my favorite comment that I've heard on Facebook today is, I need to go back to Chihuahuas and Shih Tzus, which are two breeds I'm not exactly the biggest fan of. But anyway, I got off track for a bit there. Back to temperament. The Pitbull's temperament is aloof, goofy, incredibly trusting, playful, and eager to please. There have been times when I've taken, I don't know if you can see it, but my Pitbull is playing with my roommate Shorky, which is a Shih Tzu Yorkie cross. But anyway, so there have been times when I've yelled at her for, tearing up the house, for the first week I had her, and I felt so bad after, but she ran up to me, she cuddled me, and she was all too eager to please me again, although I had given her quite a tongue lashing. I didn't yell at her, I really didn't scream at her, but I punished her and sent her to her little kennel area here, and yeah, I felt really bad about it after. But anyway, so that's temperament. Where I live in New York, they are classified, the minute they're seen, they are classified as these vicious, crude, evil dogs that the minute they see a smaller dog or another dog or a child, they're going to rip them to shreds and kill them. Now, that's definitely not the case. Once again, for anyone out there who owns pit bulls, you would know that that is definitely not the case. There are some dominance issues, but that's when any dog meets. When a female meets a female, male meets a male, male meets a female. Namely, with my pit bull had to learn that the Shorkie was the dominant dog in the house, and that was a hysterical lesson to watch her learn. But anyway, like I said, where I live in New York, they are sort of popularized as, or infamous for being these rude, evil dogs, and they are not. They are by far the most gentle, caring, and loving dogs you'll ever meet. Any veterinarian or animal specialist you talk to will solidify the fact that they are amazing companion dogs. They have a high level of energy because they're originally meant as working dogs. They're great, bull and cattle dogs, and that's what they're meant to do. That's their high levels of energy. I believe I mentioned, I don't know if I'm going too fast here, sorry, but I believe that I mentioned that there is also the term pit bull, where it comes from. Back in the days in England, bull baiting and bear baiting were basically a sport where you were able to send, this is what the pit bulls were bred for, because they were actually bred to have, I believe they were bred with a bulldog. It was a bulldog and another cross, and once again, I'll do my research on this and square it all away. But they were bred to have the strength of a bulldog and the agility of the other breed that they were crossed with. Once again, I'll do my research on this. I promise I'll get back to you with that. And they were used to hunt and bait. Now, basically this was where they would use the pit bulls to attack and maim bulls and bears for sport. Once that was deemed illegal, dogfighting became popular, and the term, so that's where bull comes from, the bull baiting. The term pit, when dogfighting went underground and they wanted to train, they would do something called ratting, and they would throw them in a pit full of rats, and they would get the pit bull they would get this bull terrier dog to attack these rats. So that's where the term pit bull comes from. Now, once again, contrary to their past, they are not bred to fight. They're not bred to be aggressive dogs. Any dog can be bred to be aggressive. It's all in the owner and how they're raised. Now, with saying that any terrier dog has a lot of energy. You look at the Jack Russell Terrier. That thing is like a cat on acid. It runs all over the place. High level of energy. Great companion dog. You look at the Bull Terrier, you look at the American Staffy, English Staffy, the Bull Arab, all different terrier dogs, and by far some of the best companion dogs. Just very, very high levels of energy, which throws a lot of people off because at times it just adds to the superstition of them being dangerous and aggressive dogs, simply because they have this high energy that sort of, let's face it, scares or frightens some people. Now, I understand part of this may have been a rant. I guess I'm just very, very aggravated with pit bulls being seen as such, but I've had dogs and lived around dogs all my life, and I have fallen in love with the pit bull, and I've come to understand them, and I've come to love them as not only a pet and a dog, but as my best friend. And my pit bull lady means the world to me, and I'm going to do all I can to bring notoriety and bring understanding to these amazing companion dogs. But with that being said, thank you for listening. I'll be doing a lot more research and bringing it out to you guys as I can. If anybody wants to have an educational debate, challenge me, or correct any of my facts, as long as it's in an educational manner, I'm more than happy. But I do want to leave you with one quick question. Let's be humorous about this, or let's test the waters. When it comes to looks and a vanity preference, do you believe in cropping the ears and docking the tails? Why or why not? And if you know any of the health benefits or disadvantages, feel free to let me know. And feel free to have a chat with me, video response, or comment in the comment box below with how you feel. Once again, I'm Irish Medic 20, avid lover of pit bulls, and I'm here to help educate everyone. Cheers.